Testing. Okay, so this is, I didn't know that if you push the up volume button while you're recording that it stops the recording. That's interesting. Kind of explains some things from before that were not going the way I thought they should go. So this camera rig is using my cymbal stand, and I'm also using my wired earbuds for sound. So I'll see if that wire gets in the way of anything here while I'm recording, and it does a little bit if I step too far back. Yeah, it does get in the way. I'll have to see what I can do about that. I don't know. It's just going to get into the way of the recording right now. It's going to go in and out of the recording for a while. Okay. I'll just have to see what I can do about that. What can I do about it now? I can try this. I think I rig up something to help take care of that later. If I totally mess up the recording here. Probably. Just a test though. Just a test, everybody. Don't worry about it. Stay calm, everyone. Just a test. Just a test. It's weird being out here in my garage all by myself. Doing the recording. Okay, so there's the mic cord is kind of handled a little bit. And here's the framing. Do I want that? Can I zoom in? I can zoom in, but then it doesn't. Okay, so this is the cord does kind of get in the way still. That's okay. All right. So this is the recording the sound over the kind of ambient noise of the work. And I can kind of minimize that by going with the grain and using a kind of going this way with the pattern of the tool instead of back and forth. It's going to minimize the sound. So here's the back and forth sound. Here's the sideways sound. Kind of see how that affects the voice. So this rig is kind of getting the wire is kind of getting in the way. I'll have to figure that out. So next iteration is the wire. Anyway, so this rig right here shows. Well, this afternoon I decided I wanted to record with voice. So one challenge there was that if I just use the minimum camera, the El Cheapo camera method here, I'm going to be just using one of the cell phones that was kind of like last generation. I mean, somebody broke a cell phone or somebody got a new cell phone, and anyway, for some reason we upgraded and I got a new phone, or somebody got a new phone and I got somebody else's old phone anyway. So there's actually two spare phones. I have a really old iPhone, an iPhone prehistoric model or whatever. And so I have two newer ones, and I just upgraded the one because it was newer and no one else was using it. So now it's my main recording camera. So I have this little iPhone recording. For recording. You know, he really can't think while he's working, can he? No. So I have the little iPhone that I'm using for just recording now. And I wanted to have my voice in there. This Look at this thing just hanging in here. I'm going to have to fix that somehow. I will find a way. So, all right. So basically, I'm doing two things here. I am still playing with talking over my work live because I have a feeling I wanted the tooling noise to remain. And I kind of thought if I'm going to voice over, if I'm going to overdub it later, then I'd be removed from the work. I wouldn't be, talking about exactly what I was doing. I'd be talking later, kind of like meta talking about the work, not about what I'm actually doing. And also I may want to gesture like that every now and then. And I wanted to be able to have those gestures, part of what's going on, not part of something else. I don't know how this old Tony does it, but I really like. How do I like his videos? I mean, I like a lot of other people's programming, but I feel comfortable doing it that way. So my family's just going to have to deal with crazy dad in the garage talking over his videos. And it may not work out. I may want to record them on another device while I'm working here and then merge the two together. But for now, I want to keep it simple because I want to just be able to upload these videos and not have to, post-process them for now. These are just kind of really raw tests and, kind of learning as I go kinds of things. And then I was talking to my son today, and he said something really smart. He's an engineer, so he gets it. He has an engineering mind. And he really just said, go with the minimum viable product, go with that MVP, and record some stuff and upload it. So what I really want to do is be able to quickly record something and then quickly upload it and get that whole feedback loop going, so I can really see what's going on. I can learn as I go, but I'm not up to the editing and the thumbnails part of it for now. I'm just really working on the mechanics of the recording part, the sound part, and also working on what I want to be doing here. Like, I didn't really know I wanted to voice record while I was working until I tried it today. And I thought, this seems natural, because working like this with your hands often frees up your brain to be working on stuff. So I'll try this for a little bit, see how it goes. I think I digressed there. Probably so. So I'm testing out recording over as I work, and I'm also testing using another microphone on the same camera. That's what this test is, using a microphone on the same camera, which is why we have this action going on, which is probably really annoying. I'll have to watch it later and see. I'm also testing out a new camera rig. So I'm using a cymbal stand for a drum set as the stand, because I did have my stand mounted to my tool bench, and that shook the camera every time I did that. So I dug out the stand and then kind of kludged a mount to it just to see how it would work, and it was better. It's not shaking now. But the mount wasn't very good at all. It was kind of falling all over. And so I went and I thought about it for a little bit. I actually started writing about it. That's what I do is when I first ideate on something, I first do my problem statement. So I write the problems out in words, in text. And I write them with pen and ink. And that kind of activates the process of thinking about something and thinking about the problem set. So I wrote the problem down, and then I wrote some potential solutions. No, I wrote two potential, or what I had. So I had this other mount, this thing here, that I had working before. Then I wrote that I have the cymbal stand, which is back here. And then I wrote down what the problems were with each of those. And then, after having written that out, it just, your brain just kind of automatically works on it. So my brain said to me, it said, you should go out to the garage and kind of check out what you have there live and see what you can understand about how those two mounts work. So I did come out, and I kind of placed the camera on the top of the cymbal stand on the neck part and just kind of moved it around to see what kind of articulation I could get. And while I was doing that, I moved the camera to the side, and I thought, if I got a clamp, there's a little like a hex piece on the neck. I thought if I could move the clamp onto that hex piece, I could mount it kind of tangentially to the, that's the wrong word. I could just mount it hanging off there. With the camera to the side. And then I tried that out. I put on some video and I moved it to the side, and I thought, that works, but there's kind of a lot of moment to that camera hanging to the side. So then I kind of brought the camera over so the body of it was right over the neck. And it was much better balance, much less moment, much less weight hanging kind of off to the center of rotation of the neck. So that was good. I thought, well, how can I mount that on there? And I looked back at my original mounting stand, and the piece of it that I had mounted onto a bolt that went to the other stand at the end of the bracket, the one over there, I kind of just took this screwdriver, and I pried open the opening a little bit to see if it would fit over a part of the cymbal stand neck that would allow it to work, and lo and behold, it did. It bent out enough. So that was good. So then I just kind of mounted the camera up there. And that's what's happening right now. So that's what I'm testing. Testing the new mount, testing sound with a wired mic, seeing some problems here, seeing this problem here, have to fix that. And I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure a way. And then also, as always, working on my piece here, which is always the fun part, really. That's why I'm doing this, because I like to work on this stuff. So continuing to shape this spoon, continuing to shape that, and move that a little bit forward. And even this spoon is an experiment, so let's see. Holy moly. Sorry there, pal. There we go. Let's see how that shape is. That shape's kind of, when I'm shaping this up, I'm seeing this divot right here. Gonna have to deal with that because that's not gonna get any better. But the kind of the shape of the spoon is coming along. I want to get more angle to it. I think since this shape is starting to look like something now, and it's starting to come up against this edge, I think I'm gonna have to come work on this edge pretty soon and kind of get this smoothed out, shaped. Probably go back to this side. Maybe come back to the handle a little bit. Once I get this shaped up correctly, nicely, come back to the bowl and clear that out some and work with that edge. But I think I want to get this outside part here. I think next what I'm going to do probably is work on this outside part here and get that kind of shaped in, and then it'll kind of lead into this part. I'll probably bring this down, kind of get the spoon part of it, the bowl or whatever, in place. And I said before I wasn't going to use sandpaper on this. So a couple of things I want to try is burnishing. They just smash those fibers down as a finish. It's kind of shiny. I don't know if you can see it there. It's kind of shiny. So I don't know how much I can get away with there. Probably quite a lot. Burnish that down here. Nice shiny bowl, then I'll put a finish on that anyway. But I like that, the feel to that. I don't want to go for that kind of textureless thing. I want to have tool marks still in the spoon. And I want to work on that to see, how that works, how that, looks overall when I get the whole piece finished. For me, that's kind of a nice finish right there. It looks worn, looks handled, but it looks, still finished. And it's very smooth. It's very nice to feel right there. Okay, so that's it for now. And I'll go listen to this and watch it and see if I can't learn something. All right. Good deal. Bye-bye.